I hated this movie. It's a Tubi one. Mia runs to the bathroom with a gun in her hand, crying as her abusive husband, Jamal, follows her in a calm but threatening demeanor. When he breaks into the bathroom, she points the gun at her temple and says she just wants to be right and seen. He takes the gun, telling her to only take the gun if she actually follows through with it, then hides it in one of the kitchen drawers. Mia meets with her cousin Tasha, who urges her to stop being loyal to Jamal because he treats her poorly. Mia says she's going to get her hair done, thinking it'll make Jamal treat her better if she doesn't look like a lesbian. But Tasha laughs, telling her that nothing will revive her dead marriage. When Mia gets home, she realizes that Tasha was right because Jamal calls her new look cheap and asked her to change it back because he liked it better when she looked like a man. When she refuses because it took hours to get done, he pins her head on the kitchen counter and threatens her with a knife. Left with no choice, she sobs as she cuts her weave. Jamal is a lawyer and works with another lawyer named Evan, who calls Jamal out for missing the second quarter compliance review, and to top it off, he's hitting on paralegals. Evan gives him a folder that says confidential and top secret and tells him that he needs his initials on every page. When Jamal goes through it and notices something new, Evan tells him that he's just expecting his discretion, not asking for his approval, in a threatening tone. When Jamal asks if he's good at cleaning up, Evan says he's excellent at it, especially blood. Okay, can this be any more vague? Shortly after Evan leaves, Jamal inspects the entire thing. Later, Jamal sees Evan hiding a bag in the ceiling of the office storage. After Evan leaves, Jamal checks it out, discovers that it contains a large amount of money, and steals the entire bag. The morning after, Jamal gives a huge attitude towards Mia again. And now we can see Jamal's fat tits in his blue shirt, so why this man so hateful towards his wife when he looked like that? Tasha continues to tell Mia that she is way too loyal, and that Mia should sell her body just like her so that she can afford the 20-piece nuggets. As soon as Jamal gets to work, he's flirting with the receptionist. She knows he's married, but she continues to flirt anyway. Trifling. When he gets home, Mia calls him out because everyone knows he's spreading his cheeks for clients at the office. Jamal reiterates that Mia needs to stay in her lane, which is in the kitchen. Then Jamal mocks Mia's dead mom and she's hurt. One night, Evan visits Jamal in his office, bringing 2 glasses of alcohol. When Evan steps out to answer a call, Jamal switches their glasses, untrusting of Evan. Evan returns, and after they drink, Jamal confronts Evan for trying to poison him. But to Jamal's horror, his stomach hurts, and he realizes that he drank the poison drink laced with Ozempic. As Jamal takes his last breath, Evan reveals that he knows he always switches glasses since they met. After Jamal dies, Evan searches his desk and finds a photo of him and Mia. Evan calls Tasha to come over, and when she arrives, she is horrified to see Jamal dead. She informs Evan that Jamal is her cousin Mia's husband, prompting Evan to say that he didn't know because he never brought Mia around. He tells her that Jamal stole the bag he hid and was going to expose him. Suspecting Mia knows where the money is, Evan convinces Tasha to act like she knows nothing and help him get close to Mia for 10%. Because of surmounting debt from Klarna, Tasha agrees to cooperate for 25%. 3 months later, Mia, who's still grieving from Jamal's death, is disheveled. But low-key, I don't know why she ain't celebrating. Jamal was abusive. Tasha has been trying to reach out to Mia and get close to her, as per her deal with Evan. But Mia has been keeping her on red. She goes through Jamal's stuff and finds a photo of him with a man's arm beside him, but she don't know who it is. Evan approaches Mia at a cafe. When he introduces himself as a lawyer, she tells him that she can somehow tell because his vibe is similar to her late husband, who was also a lawyer. Subtly flirting, he gives her his business card and tells her to call him if she needs someone to talk to because she looks like she's trying not to fall apart. Although she initially hesitates because it'll look like she has moved on too fast, Mia eventually texts Evan because she hasn't had her coochie ate in a while. He calls her and they talk for a bit. Evan and Mia meet at a cafe and she tells him that she feels weird because she's not used to someone paying attention to her without motive. Mia brings Evan home and she shows him her photo with Jamal in the storage room. There, Evan sees the confidential folder he gave him. Later, Evan asks Mia to spend more time with him, but she tells him that she's scared because he reminds her of Jamal. and she wants to stop feeling guilty. He kisses her, but she pulls away and asks him to leave. After Evan's multiple texts, Mia agrees to meet with him again at the cafe. She gets annoyed that he seems to be fueling her coochie's hunger, making her feel more guilty, so she rejects him and leaves. At home, Mia rants to Tasha about Evan, saying Evan seems sketchy or seems to have an ulterior motive. Tasha tells her that maybe Evan was just being respectful because he seems to be really into her. She suggests that maybe it's a sign to spread her legs for someone else, but Mia immediately shuts her down. Mia finds it odd that Tasha swears not to know Evan because she knows everyone in the city due to her hotivities. Tasha suggests she call Evan, who serendipitously appears at her doorstep. She says he should have texted or called her first and asked how he knew she was home. When Mia informs Tasha that he's the man she's telling her about, Tasha and Evan act like they're meeting for the first time, but Mia notices something is off between the two. She invites him anyway. Evan explains to Mia that he's simply trying to get to know her, and Tasha loudly swoons. After Evan says he's single with no kids and confesses his feelings for Mia, Tasha encourages Mia to let loose because Jamal's already gone. Plus, Jamal was abusive. Since Tasha has always been disapproving of people, Mia questions her approval of him. Tasha then expresses her interest in him, saying if she knew him, she would have kept him for herself. When Mia leaves the room, Evan thanks Tasha for playing her part. The next morning, Evan shows up at Mia's doorstep with a bouquet. Inside, he sees a pile of envelopes, papers, and a photo, and he lightly spreads them with his hands and takes a peek as he talks to Mia and asks her out for dinner. At the office, Evan gets a call from an angry man who says they'll hurt him and his girl. Shortly after, Evan opens his mini-safe deposit box that looks like a book and takes out a burner phone. Tasha calls Evan to warn him that there are people poking their noses into their business again. He assures her he'll handle it and asks her to just follow what he says. Evan talks to the man again, says he got most of the money, and assures him that he'll get the rest soon. Later, Evan cooks dinner for Mia at his house, and she's impressed by how delicious the meat is. Mia shares that he reminds her of Jamal, who acted like he got everything figured out, but thought he knew her more than she knew herself. She then comments that he's hard to read. Emphasis on the hard. Evan gets a text, which prompts his face to change from being relaxed. She asks if it's work, but he doesn't disclose what it is. When Mia goes to the bathroom, a pissed Evan calls the man and assures him again that he's going to get his money. Evan reminds him that he launders the money he has made and he keeps it out of the courts for him. There's no reason for him to betray him because they both benefit from their setup. He stays rich and he gets paid. Unbeknownst to Evan, Mia is eavesdropping on their conversation. After the call, she acts like she just returned from the bathroom, thanks him for dinner, and tells him that she's going home because it's late. She then declines his offer to at least walk her out. The next day, Tasha visits a tired Mia and wakes her up to ask her why she wasn't picking up her calls the night before. Mia says she was at Evan's house, and it was nice that they just spent the night talking and eating, but reiterates that it wasn't that kind of eating. Tasha warns her that all men try to act nice at first, but she's happy that she's moving on. She advises Mia to let Evan chase her and spin on her to avoid getting mistreated like how Jamal treated her. Seeing what she wore for the date, Tasha adds that she should wear red next time he invites her over. Tasha secretly meets with Evan because the money that he promised hasn't been deposited yet. Panicking, she says her bills and the people she owes won't wait for her to have the money. He assures her that the money will come and reminds her that she won't be able to walk away from what he can give her. After Evan gets a text, he tells Tasha not to summon him again for small things and reminds her not to cross him. As he walks out, he throws her a $1 bill like the prostitute that she is. Cheap. Mia discovers a hidden safe in Jamal's closet, but before she can even process or investigate what she has discovered, Evan, who is standing behind her with a gun, speaks, startling her. Even if she tells him that she knows nothing about it and that she just discovered it, he forces her to open it with whatever combination there is, like birthdays and anniversaries. When she desperately pleads that she doesn't know the code, Evan hits her with the gun and points the gun to her head. Evan brings Mia to the kitchen, where he looks for whatever can help him with the code. When he sees Mia looking at the knives, he warns her not to try harming him because he'll gun her down. As Mia searches the drawers because he asked her to help, Evan receives a call from Tasha, prompting him to rant about everybody wanting to rush him. When Mia finds the gun Jamal hid in one of the drawers, she shoots Evan as soon as he turns to face her. When Mia comes close to check on him, she is shocked to see a text from Tasha on his phone asking him if it's done. A sobbing Mia calls Tasha and asks her to come over quickly because Evan acted up. Tasha, acting innocent, assures her she's on her way. Tasha arrives and finds Mia sobbing and holding a gun, so she slowly takes it from her, assuring her that she'll take care of it. When she comes close to Evan's body, she sees her text on Evan's phone and realizes that Mia already knows that she's his accomplice. When Mia asks how she was able to betray her when she knows she's all she has, Tasha says she didn't want to betray her. He promised her life-changing money in exchange for helping him figure things out. Tasha apologizes to Mia as she raises the gun to point it at her, but when she pulls the trigger, she realizes that it's empty. Mia then pulls out another gun and coldly shoots her. After some time, a man named Andrew approaches Mia at a cafe, but honestly, that looks like someone's house. After she allows him to take a seat at her table, she asks him what he does for a living. When he says he's one of the top lawyers in the city, Mia gets a feeling that he might be as dangerous as Evan. But who knows? So she says bye Felicia and nopes the F out of there. Also, what the hell kind of wig was she wearing? This was certainly a movie of all time. What did y'all think of this one?
If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications because YouTube isn't recommending my videos. And if you would like to watch more foolishness, click here or here.